Welcome back to the channel. It's Meepo, and today we are making a ballista in scrap mechanic. You could call it a giant crossbow if you want to. They're similar. They're almost the same thing. But you're on a custom map for this. I figured it's a little bit nicer to look at green versus the brown that we were looking at in my other medieval weaponry video that I made. So I'm not gonna keep you here for too long, so let's just jump down and look at what we have. So earlier I was just experimenting around and trying to figure out what works as a ballista or how we can replicate the stretchy wooden arm on it. And what I ended up with was a stack of bearings here. So this is going to come out, we can drop that down. Then when we pull this back, you can see that puts a lot of tension on it. It's kind of moving around weird. Let me see what my physics are at. I think we want advanced for this. Hopefully this can work. So of course we need a platform. And what I want to, let's make it odd width, because it's going to be an odd width, maybe like a rod running down the center. What I believe we're going to want is a rotation so we can change the height of this thing. So we have a bearing here for that now. And I think I can just kind of slide this all the way back. So I am doing a 10 wide arm. Alright, so that is the arms in place. Now I'm going to need to pull them back, which I need to figure out a system to do that. First off, I need to build this out. So these controllers aren't for any actual control, these are just to hold these bearings in place. To prevent freaky stuff from going on later. So we have that done. I think for now, I'm just gonna put this here because I want this to be flat just for now. Now maybe put the piston on the outside here just to push it in 15 blocks or so. There may be a better way to do this, but I am not One thing I did forget is bearing right here. I think that's the only bearing I need. We're just gonna do one side for now. I don't need to do this. I have entirely forgotten about the wedge update. It used to be that we only had these wedges and just, place them like that and they'd be one wide. Now times have changed and have different wedges that we can expand. I've entirely forgotten about, which I really shouldn't have forgotten about. So I think this is going to be okay. This is going to be what we want. No, I think this is okay. Because we're going to need a lot of pistons to really stretch this. And what I'm going to do, because I'm late and I don't want to redo that whole thing again, is I'm just going to duplicate it. Boom. Cool. Easy. Now I can just put this on and job is done. Boom. Alright, that is what we need. So now that that's welded on and this is done, the shape of it, to figure out the pulley system. But we do need a lot of pistons for this. All of this just going to be pistons pushing out. I have no idea if I need this many pistons, but I'm thinking I might need pistons. We're gonna put them on max. Alright, so that piston job is done. Brush these across. So we gotta connect them. Well, so we have all of these that are done. All of those are connected, so if we take this off the lift, they all go out 15 blocks. Now what we need to do is connect this. I'm thinking I can just kind of press that button, it pulls it back. Have this under a lot of tension, which is exactly what we wanted. So I'm definitely going to need to connect them at one point. I'm just going to have to extend these out one more. The sliding shouldn't be an issue. So right here is going to be kind of, I guess. So I'm thinking that I can just do this, hook this up to some sort of controller. We can put it in a certain way. So this drops and this releases. I'm honestly not sure if this thing can hold the stress. Okay, I'm seeing what's happening. So instead of this pulling it back, this is just pulling it over. on testing it. I don't think this is enough contact, which either means I double it up or figure out a different way to do it. So I'm thinking what needs to happen here is to have a spud gun take care of this. Essentially, if we get this right here, build this out, this is going to be our only connection point between the two. So what we can do here is we can just get, I believe, one block, throw a spud gun on there, hook that up to some button. I think that's a good spot for it right there. Hook that up to the spud gun, and yeah, it can pull back. So that's good. That's what we wanted. Oh, okay. Still have that connection there. Fortunately, I think I overlooked this, and if you, yeah. So those are the two blocks that are annoying. We need to make sure that this right here is on bearings, connect to anything else. Because it's okay right now, not firing. And I think that's because we don't have a track for it to run down. So what I'm gonna do right now is try to fix that issue. Pull back and it's not like that anymore. So what I'm gonna disconnect this stuff. I'm gonna reconnect it a block up. So this is gonna pull back and it's going to connect up top instead of on the bottom. We can connect that together. So now we have a pulley. That's weird. Whoa, I don't want to lose it? Okay. I think what I'm just going to do here, drag this back. This is a lot cleaner than how it used to be, but I believe you can connect this. And now it is one wrapping around, connecting to that. We can pull that, and it's a full track now. So the hope is that now that I have this full track instead of whatever I had before, is that it will launch forward and fly. Now we should be able to bubble up, put a stone, delete that, maybe get a piece on top to keep it down. That is an improvement. That is such an improvement. That thing actually flew. So now this bolt is charged back. I think what I can now is just replace all of this. No friction block. Because I think this block has the lowest friction. I am right on that. Then we get to replace all of this without connecting something important. What do we got? Pull that back. That's good. Everything is okay. But I think we can just make a bolt like that and... Whoa. That was supposed to happen. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enclose it fully. So this is more like a rail gun than a crossbow. Save this just temporarily. Take that. Gonna weld that to this bearing. Block and I kind of forgot to press the button that time. So we can still put that there, delete that block. And now we can press the correct button. On second thought, I don't this thing like this. So I'm gonna try shooting this now and seeing if this is any better. That's in there. Already started. What happened there? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop with version. I like how it looks, and I think it's cool, but it's just not working out for me. There are definitely ways to make this work like this, but I don't have the experience to do that. If you manage to do it and you want to share it, please feel free to do that. I am working on making a Discord server. If the server is finished by the time this video goes up, then feel free to post it in there. But otherwise, you can give me ideas in the comments, and I might give it another shot in the future. There is another way that I can do this. I can bring that back, 16. And this kind of needs to be a platform. I'm thinking a regular wheel is going to work out fine. So the idea is going to just be a bunch of wheat. And these are going to be spinning really, really fast, and that's just what's going to launch it. We'll hook it up to the gas engine. Throw a switch on it. I'm thinking that I'm going to start a Scrap Mechanics survival series. I was planning on waiting until the update came out for 0.0, but at this point, I don't know if that's ever going to come out. Not to hate on the developers, it's a fun game, but they've just been taking their time, and I would like to get that out, and I think it's be fun to. If you guys would like to see that, just let me know in the comments, and we'll take a look. All right, so that slides. Have this going. Let's just see. Definitely odd that it's not working, but I think fix for that. This is just if I. Whoa! I didn't want to do that. So if I these. Hit that so it can push in a little bit, angle in. Maybe we can do 10. Okay, so we have that going. We gotta put that on that. Okay, so we could get turn on that switch and do that. That is what we wanted, actually. I'm happy we got that. This is technically a ballista. Works. It's not what I originally intended or what I originally wanted, but I wanted to get something for you guys. This is ballista for functional purposes. Unfortunately, we couldn't get this one to, and that's kind of sad and that's sucky, but it's what we have to live with, and that's okay. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the video. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you have anything you want to see, feel free to leave that in the comments. I hope I've earned your subscription. With that, I'll see you next time. Bye.